Hola Alex,
Hola,
¿cómo estás?
muy bien, estoy muy contento que ya estoy en Miami.
Sí, sí. ¿Vives en Miami?
Sí, bueno, yo nací aquí y mi familia es de Venezuela y yo era el primer de mi familia que nació acá.
Sí. ¿De dónde vienes?
Yo vengo de Gainesville, acabo de terminar mi semestre de educación y ahora estoy en el verano con mi familia, mis amigos.
Sí. ¿Cómo eres?
Yo soy alguien muy simpático, a mí me encanta estar con gente, con mi familia, con amigos y a mí me gusta siempre ser algo, no me gusta quedar quieto.
¿Tienes hermanos o hermanas?
Sí, yo tengo una hermana más grande que tiene 21 años y tengo un hermano más pequeño que yo que tiene 14 años ya.
Sí. Um, ¿Cuáles son tus actividades favoritas en Miami y en Gainesville?
Bueno, en Gainesville a mí me encanta pasar tiempo con mis amigos, lo pasamos en la piscina, siempre estamos haciendo algo. Por ejemplo, podemos ir al gimnasio o lo podemos pasar en un parque. En Miami normalmente estoy con mi familia o estoy viendo amigos que hace mucho tiempo que yo la he visto. Y a mí me gusta pasar mucho tiempo en la playa y en la piscina también.
Sí. ¿Qué es tu restaurante favorito en Miami?
En Miami probablemente sería... Hay un lugar que tiene comida asiático que se llama Sakura, que está al lado de mi casa y que siempre tiene comida muy, muy delicioso y está muy barato. Entonces siempre estoy yendo.
Um, ¿Juegas deportes ahora o en escuela secundaria?
Yo he jugado muchos deportes en mi vida, pero el deporte que yo he jugado más empecé en el octavo grado y lo continué hasta ahora en la universidad. Y ese deporte es waterpolo. Y aprendí ese deporte de mis primos porque ellos empezaron y a ellos les gustaron mucho y siempre me estaban diciendo que lo debo probar. Entonces cuando yo lo hice por mi primera vez, a mí me lo encanté y de ahí no paré.
Sí. ¿Y qué estudias en Florida?
En la Universidad de Florida ahora estoy estudiando ingeniero mecánico y es un poquito, bueno, cuesta mucho trabajo, siempre estoy con matemática, física, tengo muchas clases de ciencias y me cuesta mucho, pero si yo dedico mucho tiempo y horas, yo sé que voy a salir bien en las clases.
¿Qué clase es tu favorito?
Bueno, mi clase más favorito probablemente va a ser un clase de diseño gráfico en la computadora. Y en esa clase, por ejemplo, tenemos un proyecto final en que yo tenía que construir una máquina que que tú puedes meter frutas y en que saca un jugo de esa fruta. Y era muy difícil, me costó mucho, pero lo, lo terminé ayer y estaba bien.
Sí, sí. ¿Tienes mascotas?
Se cortó. Can you say it again?
¿Tienes mascotas?
¿Más qué? Oh, mascotas. Sí, sí,
¿Mascotas?
sí.
Sí.
Bueno, en mi vida yo he tenido muchas mascotas, pero yo siempre no era una persona que pudo dedicar mucha atención. Entonces, siempre yo he tenido mascotas que no tienes que siempre estar con ellos. Por ejemplo, yo tenía como dos tortugas cuando yo era pequeño en un tanque con agua. Yo siempre les estuve dando comida, pero eh, yo he tenido como unos perros, pero de verdad, normalmente pasan como 2 años en nuestra casa y en ese momento no están, mis padres lo pasan en otra familia. Y en nuestra casa ahora tenemos un gato que vive con nosotros, pero no vive adentro. El gato vive afuera y nosotros le damos comida, le damos agua y por eso ella siempre se queda por nosotros.
¿Has vivido en los Estados Unidos toda tu vida?
Sí, sí, yo nací en Miami y de ese momento crecí acá. Yo sí he ido a Venezuela como solo una vez, pero como está la situación ahí ahora, no creo que voy a ir en mucho rato.
Uh, ¿Visitas Venezuela uno tiempo en tu vida?
Sí, solo una vez y era cuando yo era muy pequeño, era como cuando yo tenía 6, 7 años y la única cosa que yo recuerdo era que era durante el mes de diciembre, entonces nosotros pasamos el Navidad ahí y nunca me voy a olvidar la granja que tenían mis abuelos ahí por detrás y siempre tenían gallinas y gatos y perros muy grandes y me encantaba la casa, eso es algo que nunca voy a olvidar.
¿Quieres visitar en el futuro?
Sí, ojalá, pero ahora la situación de Venezuela es mucho violencia con el gobierno y hay mucha corrupción y comunismo, entonces solo, bueno, cuando mi familia vino a los Estados Unidos, el resto de mi familia siguieron. Por ejemplo, mis abuelos ya viven en Miami también, mis tíos, mis primos, mis primas, ya todo el mundo ha venido acá. Entonces el único miembro de mi familia que todavía vive allí es mi abuelo. Y no más nada, ojalá puedo ir otra vez.
Sí. Um, de su familia vives en Venezuela o en Miami?
Bueno, la mayoría de mi familia ya vivieron en Venezuela originalmente y yo creo que era en el año 2000 o en el año 2004, eso era el año que mi familia empezó a venir acá. Entonces, en este momento solo tengo un abuelo que está viviendo en Venezuela, pero el resto vive con nosotros en Miami.
Um, ¿Te gusta la comida española y Venezuela?
Sí, a mí me encanta la comida. Por ejemplo, mi abuelo siempre hace una, una comida española que se llama paella. Y él aprendió cómo hacer la paella cuando él tenía como 20 años. Entonces él ya tiene como 60 años ya, ¿sabes? Como cocinándolo. Entonces siempre cuando él lo hace es delicioso. Y creo que una comida venezolana que a mí me encanta también es la arepa. Porque mi mamá y mi abuela siempre no, a ellas no les gustan comprar arepas, entonces lo que ellas hacen es que ellos hacen la arepa en la casa y siempre sabe delicioso.
Me gusta paella. Yo visito España con mi familia
Ujú.
y mi padre le gusta cocinar paella en mi casa por mi familia mucho.
Qué rico.
Um, ¿Celebras alguna fiesta hispana?
Sí, por ejemplo, en nuestra familia celebramos el Día de los Tres Reyes Magos y eso es, no sé cuándo es, yo creo que es en el mes de enero, es después de Navidad y es un evento católico que también es hispánico y mi familia le encanta celebrar.
¿Celebras los fiestas de los Estados Unidos, por ejemplo, Navidad y Easter?
Sí, 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 sí. Eso no era una cosa que a mis padres estaban acostumbrados, pero cuando ellos mudaron acá y ellos supieron que ellos iban a tener niños acá, que iban a crecer con la cultura americana, ellos decidieron hacer esos eventos con nosotros.
¿Y hablas inglés español cuando estás en su casa?
Bueno, cuando yo nací, solo sabía cómo hablar en inglés, pero entonces cuando yo era muy pequeño, como 4 o 5 años, mi familia me forzaron a hablar español. Entonces, ahora en la casa, dependiendo de la situación, si yo tengo amigos a mí, normalmente yo sí hablo español con ellos, pero por ejemplo, si yo tengo una cena, yo tengo unos amigos míos de la escuela que no conocen español, voy a hablar inglés con ellos.
Okay, perfect. Well, that was 10 minutes in Spanish.
Nice.
So now we can talk in English. Okay, so my first question is, what is your favorite tradition that you follow due to your Spanish heritage?
One thing that I would probably say is Hispanic families really enjoy the communal family effect. I don't even know if it's an effect. They being around each other. So like,
Yeah.
for example, like every Friday, every Saturday, when I still used to live in Miami, going to high school, I remember
Mhm.
we would always just all meet up at like my grandpa's house or my uncle's house, and like it would just be like our whole family, like 25 people, and we would all just like either have a barbecue or just like eat paella, and we would just spend the whole day together, like kicking back.
That's awesome. Um, what do you think are some of the advantages of being Venezuelan American or like being able to speak Spanish?
Well, definitely the most important factor of that is just the ability of speaking another language.
Yeah.
Especially as a mechanical engineer, I love traveling and I would love to be able to go to other places in life. And for example, around this year, I was trying to apply for internships, but I'm a freshman, so it's really hard for me to be separated from a group of candidates. And my resume was in the hands of a Lockheed Martin employee, which is like one of the greatest U.S. defense companies. And he said that by far the most identifying factor and the most advantageous aspect of my resume was the fact that I can speak 2 languages. So
Yeah.
I think that's definitely an advantage. And honestly, I would not say that there's any disadvantage towards having another language, especially Spanish.
Yeah, Spanish is that's why I'm taking it right now because it's like so valuable.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy listening to any Hispanic artists, and do you prefer this type of music over other types of music?
I don't know. I mean, I really do like music. I love all sorts of music. I've been listening to music since I was little. Honestly, Hispanic and Latin music wasn't really my thing until a couple of years ago, and I don't really know what changed. I guess I got older or I understood the music more. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, if you would ask me that question 5 years ago, I probably would have said I don't listen to Spanish music. But yeah,
Mhm.
now I would say I do.
Do you have any favorite artists that you like to listen to?
Sure. Yeah, I like to listen to some Spanish artists like Bad Bunny and Danny Ocean, and there's a lot to list.
There's a lot of good music, like Hispanic music that plays in Miami. I visited one time, and when we would go out, they would always be playing it, and I really enjoy Spanish music, so that was cool. Are there any type of dances, like Hispanic dances, that you're a fan of or no?
Um, there's some that I know and there's some that I'm a fan of. I mean, I remember when I was really little, my sister, like my parents, like forced her to start taking like flamenco lessons, and she learned that, and she was doing shows. So like, yeah, that's definitely a Hispanic dance that I don't know, but I do like. It's very entertaining. And yeah, my parents have like forced me to learn the salsa like within our house. Like we literally do like dance routines to a song when I was little. So like, yeah, I'd say I know salsa. I don't know flamenco, but it's very entertaining to watch.
Yeah, I've watched a flamenco dance before, but all the stuff that I've seen is more like from Spain culture, not Venezuela. I want to go
Mhm.
to South America sometime.
Yeah.
Um, so when you went and visited Venezuela, I know you were younger, but what part of the country did you go to? And if you went to multiple places, what was your favorite part slash experience?
So my whole family is from Caracas, which is the capital of Venezuela.
Yeah.
And so like for the most of that vacation, I spent it there. But you know, like when you're living in Caracas, the way, well, the geographical setup pretty much is you're living in a valley, so you're just surrounded by mountains.
Mhm.
And my family, even when they grew up there, like they would always tell me stories how like they would spend the weekend and they would go to this place called Maracay, and it would be on the northern coast of Venezuela, right against the ocean. And like it would just be a gorgeous beach, and like they used to have apartments there. And I remember going there once, very vaguely. I just literally my only memory is like sitting on the beach there with like my parents and like my godmother, who
Mhm.
still lives in Venezuela now. So yeah, during my time in Venezuela, I went to Caracas and I went to Maracay.
Okay, cool. Um, and you have, a good amount of family that still lives in Venezuela. So when you went, did you stay with your family?
Yeah, so in that instance, I stayed with my grandparents, and they were my grandparents on my father's side, and my father's parents. When growing up, they were a very rural family, so like pretty much like my grandpa, he like he had his own construction store. Like it was think of it as like a small business Home Depot. Like he would
Okay.
make his own glue, he would make his nails and sell them like that. So like his house it was a huge house. I think he built it with like a group of friends. It was man-made. Hold on, my camera turned off.
Mhm.
And yeah, he would have like a little farm in the back, and he would have like chickens and like cats and all sorts of animals. And I remember he had like these huge I'm trying to think what breed they were. German shepherds. They were German shepherds. They were like these 2 3 like menacing huge German shepherds that, like keep the house safe.
That's awesome. Um, do your parents or grandparents cook a lot of Spanish food still, and have they ever taught you? And other than paella, what's like the best thing that they make, like maybe on like a special occasion?
Um Yeah, in terms of cooking, that prize definitely goes to my grandpa. My grandpa's a kick-ass cook. He's also he grew up in Spain, and then for his adult years he came to Venezuela, so like he has a little bit of both.
Mhm.
Um, Another dish that I really like other than paella would probably be they eat oysters a lot down there.
Uh-huh.
Um, they also like, they'll take like potatoes, also jamon serrano. It's like a Spanish pork pulled ham. It's really
Mhm.
delicious. I would usually eat that on like a piece of bread with like some tomato sauce, and it would be really, really, really good.
Awesome. What would you say is the biggest cultural shock that someone who's not Hispanic would experience if they visited Venezuela?
Probably the pace of life. Um, you know, it depends from one place to another, whether you're comparing it from the USA to like Spain or to a place like Venezuela. But there's people live a lot differently in terms of economy, in terms of spending. For example, my mom came back literally like 2 days ago from Venezuela, and
Uh-huh.
she went there to take care of my grandfather. And something that stood out to her extremely is that one can of Coke costs $2, and the monthly salary of someone working in Venezuela, like the average, is $10. So literally, like,
Wow.
a Coke would be a fifth of your salary. So yeah, like culturally, like the state that Venezuela's in right now, it would be more than a shock to most Americans.
Yeah, 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 especially with all, like, the oil problems that they
Mhm.
have right now. So both your parents are, like, from Venezuela, like, your mom and your dad?
Yeah, both my parents were born there, and then on my mother's side, my mother's father was also from Venezuela, and I think like his parents, like he's like his mom's like Indian or something, and then my mother's mother, she came from Cuba, and then her parents left her in Cuba to live with her grandmother, and her parents went to Venezuela to like settle down, make a house, and then get enough money to take my grandmother there. So then eventually, like in her teenage years, she came with her grandmother to Venezuela, and
Mhm.
then my dad's parents, my dad's dad grew up in Spain, in Valencia and in Barcelona, and then moved over to Venezuela when he was older. And then my dad's mother, um, She was born in France, and then she moved to Catalan in Spain, and then
Yeah.
from Catalan she went to like Madrid or Barcelona. She met my grandfather, and then they both came down to Venezuela.
That's awesome. And then my last question is, how does living in Miami add another layer of Hispanic culture to your life?
Well, I mean, it's hard to really explain until you really get down there and see, because
Yeah.
Miami is one of those cities where it's a shock to say it, but like you don't city, like there's so many people that I've seen that literally don't speak a lick of
Yeah.
English, but they live in Little Havana. They live in Little Havana, where it's just a very large, predominant Cuban culture where they all speak Spanish.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there's a lot of Hispanic culture everywhere, and I feel like you don't really get that in many other places.
Yeah, I think it's so cool. They have like all the art. I don't know the place that it's like called, but when I went to Miami, they had like the district with a bunch of art that they like recommended us to go to, because we were staying in South Beach, so they were like, go like to like downtown Miami, like more of the districts, and like see all of that, which was really cool. Hello? Hello? Okay, well, I think it cut out, but that was 20 minutes. Adios.